Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the What We Said podcast. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a great day so far. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. Halloween is here.
Why?
Just because.
September?
I was thinking, it's September, and it's just, I'm starting to get the emails, the texts, from like different brands that are like, Halloween. So
I'm feeling a little more in the fall spirit every day. I almost got a pumpkin chai iced still latte the other day, but I wasn't ready yet, but I will be soon. I also think I figured out my Halloween costume.
What?
I'm not going to tell. It's a surprise.
Okay.
But
give us a hint. Is it a family theme?
Yeah, it's like a family costume.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I have not been thinking about Halloween at all. When you were like, I've been like thinking about costumes for the kids, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a kid now. Like, I feel like it would be crazy to not dress her up for Halloween.
Crazy.
Like, first Halloween, you got
Criminal.
So I was like, what could she be? And yeah, I thought of something cute. So, well, actually, I saw something and I am copying them. So
nice.
Yeah.
Fun.
But
you gonna make it from scratch? You gonna buy it from?
No, I will not be making it from scratch. That's where I draw the line. Maybe I'll add like a few little details. I don't know. I have to see. Well, I guess I have to see if I can find a cute version of the costume online. I haven't looked.
Okay.
It's just something that I've been brainstorming.
Nice.
Are you making costumes?
I was thinking about it because I don't think I can find the one I'm thinking of. But I also have, I can make Ella dress up as whatever I want, but Case is getting to the age where he's having a say in it.
He has preferences.
Yeah, and we had an idea together, and stay tuned for how he feels about it, upcoming. He might not want to be it anymore, so.
Right.
I don't know if I want to dedicate months of sewing, and I wouldn't be sewing, but maybe hot gluing.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Can't wait to see.
Yeah.
We should definitely go trick-or-treating together.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, wait, we might not be together, huh?
Yeah.
But if we are.
Yeah.
That's what we did last year.
So fun.
It was so fun.
It would be so fun.
With the children. Well, it was only Case, actually.
Yeah. This time it'll be so fun. They can't get candy, the babies, but still fun.
Yeah.
Were we show both them around.
Pregnant or were just you pregnant? Last Halloween. I think I was already pregnant. I can't remember.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was like kind of sick.
Yeah. Because
I do remember.
I had my Halloween party, and I think you were pregnant around that time.
Oh, yeah, I was pregnant at that.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Wow. What a time.
What a time.
Guys, today is such an exciting episode.
I know.
On so many levels.
We have
so
big updates.
Much to talk about. I can't wait. We should start with the most important.
What?
Obviously.
Like, which one is?
Oh, well, they're both big things, but this one obviously takes the
both
cake.
been coming for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm engaged. No. Abby and Keaton got engaged over this last weekend. Well, 2 weekends ago when you're listening to this. And I cannot even express how excited I am, how much I have cried about it, how much I have been lying, how much I have been like,
You've been lying and deceiving.
Yeah, just waiting for it. And it finally happened, and it was better than I could have imagined. And it was a great story and great weekend that I'll remember for a long time. But if you guys didn't know, so first of all, I wanted to say, people always get on my case for saying, my sister Abby. And they're like, that's rude. People, okay, I got to comment. Like, please, who is Abby? I'm so confused. And that is why I say my sister Abby. Because if people are new, they don't know that might be my sister. She's not here in the room with us. Anyways, my sister is Abby. She's my little sister. Keaton is Leif's brother.
Yes. So my husband, Leif, Keaton is Leif's brother. Abby is Chelsea's sister. They are getting married.
Yeah.
So that means we've been over this before, but if you are new, I actually had a ton of messages being like, wait, is Keaton your brother? And
yeah,
I actually think it is confusing because Keaton's a redhead. And so I think some people assume, well, I know that they do, assume that he's my brother, but he's my brother-in-law. And it's just so crazy. Chelsey and I share a brother-in-law now. Like, Keaton is my brother-in-law, and now he's going to be hers.
So crazy.
And obviously, Abby is Chelsea's sister, and now she's going to be my sister-in-law.
It's crazy.
So they're going to be the aunt and uncle to both of our kids. And it really just kind of like interconnects our family in like I really feel like it just makes us family at this point, you know?
I know. And it's going to be really weird if Elwood and Benny want to get married because it's like, you can't. I don't think they can. It's too close.
It's getting a little funky. It's getting a little funky for sure.
Like they technically could because they're not blood related. No blood in theirs is like, they don't share DNA, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. No, it's not like illegal.
But it's feeling,
not bad. But it's feeling sketchy.
Close.
And like we said, I feel like our kids are probably going to grow up feeling like cousins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or just like, you know how you have like family friends, whatever, that you're close to, you go on vacations with. Like, I feel like that's how our kids will feel.
That's the vibe, yeah.
Growing up, but no expectations and no pressure on anyone to feel any certain way. Mm-hmm. It is just so exciting. Also, not that we need to like dive in, or I guess hopefully they're okay with us sharing their like love story. I mean, they have shared a lot about it. Otherwise, what I'm trying to get at is Abby came on our podcast, like how long ago was that? 2.5 years ago?
Yeah.
To tell her story about getting divorced. And she spilled
the tea.
A significant amount of tea on that episode. She literally gave like every detail about her divorce that was pretty like shocking and traumatic and crazy. And shortly after getting divorced, she moved to California to like be closer to you and just kind of like have fresh, you know, a fresh
energy,
start, fresh energy. And Keaton, Leif's brother, had also kind of recently moved to California as well, like in our area. And so that is how we all ended up in California, and that's how they ultimately met, is through us, obviously. And we've said it before, I'm saying it again. We did the opposite of like push them together or be like, oh, they should date. Like that was not the vibe at all. If anything, I gave Keaton very specific instructions not to hit on her, not to try and like go on a date with her. I was like, just don't like make things, that would just make things weird. Like she's, you know, she's healing. She moved out here to like
be single.
Yeah, be single and have a fresh start. So, because, something I missed is that they lived in the same apartment complex. They moved into the same apartment complex.
He helped her move in.
Yeah. And not on purpose, but like he already lived there, and we were like, oh, that apartment complex is good. Like you could move in, whatever.
Yeah.
And so it all just happened. And
Nick was like, Abby, like you should get Keaton's number just in case. He's a really good guy. Just to, like have by you. He'll like, you know, if you need anything.
Yeah. Just because
also just being a girl, you just want to have someone like close to you for safety reasons that you know. He's like, yeah, make sure you have his number. You know, he's a great guy. It'll be nice to have him nearby. She's like, she took that to heart.
Yeah. When I tell you this was like the most unexpected thing to all of us, like it just didn't seem, I don't want to say like they didn't seem like they would go together, because now it just seems like duh, like they go so well together. But at the time, it just was like they were in such different universes to us. It's like Keaton is like my little brother, essentially. That's how I think of him. And Abby had been married, so it felt like, I don't know.
They were just in different life stages. Yeah.
It's not like we were thinking like, who can we set Abby up with, or who can we, whatever. So it's just so crazy that they ended up. Basically, they started hanging out, and I remember both of us were like,
trying to get the tea from each other.
Wait, what's going on? Because they were hanging out. Because again, Keaton's just a reliable, good guy, and we knew he could help Abby like move in or
make friends,
like because they're kind of around the same age and stuff. So, but we did not think that they would ever date or anything. And so, you know, they were like, Abby had said something like, "Oh yeah, Keaton helped me move in," and I was like, "Oh good." And then Keaton was like, "I'm gonna take Abby. We're going climbing." Like I told her, and I was like, "Oh, that's so fun." And then like a few days later, he's like, "Yeah, we went to Chick-fil-A. I took Abby to Chick-fil-A, and then we watched a movie." And I'm like, "Okay." And then it was like, "We're going to the beach for sunset," and I'm like, "Now sometimes it was
just
after,
you two,
yeah." After like 4
days
hangouts, we were both like, and maybe you were even getting more information from Abby.
Yeah,
Keaton's a little more private. You got to crack the shell a little more.
Well, first of all, she moved so close to us to, you know, like us as in me and Nick.
Yeah.
Like, so close to where we lived. And, you know, so we could hang out, be close, and, you know, spend time together. And she moved, and literally days after, she's like, "Okay, I'm going to leave now." I'm like, where are you going?
Oh, like when she would be hanging out with you?
Yeah, she'd be hanging out with me, like we'd be somewhere with Case, and she would be like, "I'm going to go now." I'm like, "What do you have to do?" I'm
With
all
who?
you have here right
With
now.
what friends?
And she'd be like, oh, I'm going to go hang out with Keaton. I'm like, oh, you
enjoy hanging out with him. Okay.
you're choosing him over me. Interesting. And then it was the next day. Yeah, I hung out with Keaton last night. We watched a show together. I'm like, on the same couch. She's like, we're like on our sides. And then slowly she'd be like, well, we were sitting pretty close. And then it was just, I was like, do you like him? She's like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's fun.
I know.
We're like, okay.
Yeah, 100%. I remember vividly. We were at the beach with Keaton and we were walking back to our car. And I was like, do you like Abby? And he was like, yeah. He's like, I'm trying really hard not to.
That's so cute. I want to cry.
I know. He's like, I'm trying really hard not to. And
I'm going to cry this whole episode.
I know,
so cute.
same. And anyway,
yeah.
you can't
stop
you
love.
can't mess with fate.
It's so funny because when we kept telling them too, like even when they're hanging out, like don't be weird, don't make this weird. And then they just had to be together.
They just had to be weird.
Yeah, they had to be weird together.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. We love Squarespace. Such a great platform for building a website. They have so many different templates that you can use for design that are just so beautiful and super efficient. And you don't have to know a lot about, all the back end of things. You can just kind of put your photos and your text in and it looks like a professional did it because Squarespace did it. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. You can sell custom merch on Squarespace, which is super nice. When Chelsey and I had a different business, we would sell merch on there. And you can create a passive income stream that engages your audience and scales your brand. Design your products and production, inventory, and shipping are handled for you, saving you time and money. You can sell your products on an online store, whether you sell physical, digital, or service products. Squarespace has the tools you need to start selling online. Again, I have sold digital products on here like photography stuff, photo presets, things like that. And Squarespace always makes it just run so smoothly. People can check out and you, again, don't have to know about the back end of all of that stuff because that can get confusing. So it's really, really nice.
If you offer online or in-person private sessions or workshops or group classes, you can accept appointments on your Squarespace website, which is really nice. It really covers all different kinds of businesses. So they provide you everything that you need to manage your schedule, accept secure payments and automatic reminders. And it's all beautifully showcased, all your services and whatnot. So you guys can go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to www.squarespace.com/whatwesaid to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That is squarespace.com/whatwesaid. Go check it out.
We have 2 product recommendations for the Valley Girls. You guys are going to love these as much as we do. The Impress No Glue Manis and Impress Press-On Falsies Lashes. They both require no glue, so they don't damage your natural nails and lashes. It is literally one step and you're done. There's no mess, no annoying drying times. This is so nice to elevate your look without breaking the bank, going to a nail salon or getting your lashes done. I personally love a false lash for a night out or for a photo shoot. They have endless lash options. They have really natural looking ones, which I personally prefer. They also have voluminous and wispy ones if you want a more bold look. I love putting lashes on the outer corners of my eyes to make my makeup pop a little more, and it also always photographs really well. The press-on falsies have a unique under lash application for a seamless look and have a self-stick technology that keeps them secure and in place for up to 24 hours. They're really simple and easy to put on. Sometimes false lashes can feel intimidating, but these ones make it easy. You can wear them every day or for special occasions.
Having my nails done is something that helps me feel put together. I feel like it completes an outfit and is just a simple way to upgrade my look and make me feel confident. The Impress Press-On Manis are so great and easy to use. No glue needed, just peel, press, and go. They have different color options like French tips, neutrals, bold colors like red, which is perfect for fall. They have a patented super hold adhesive for up to a 7-day secure hold. Impress nails have a comfortable and natural feel and fit, which is really nice. And most importantly, they don't damage your natural nails. These are beauty must-haves, and it's so nice that you can use them quickly and effectively from home. So, of course, we have a code for you guys. Visit impressbeauty.com/whatwesaid and use code whatwesaid at checkout for 25% off Impress manicure and press-on falsies. That's code whatwesaid for 25% off Impress manicure and press-on falsies. Check it out. I remember when they started not necessarily dating, but it was like, okay, we like each other. We started the progression of things. and me, you, and Beth were talking, and like on FaceTime or something like that. And we told Beth, we're like, Keaton and Abby are dating. She's like, you're joking. We were telling, things that he said about her, things that she said about him. And Beth was like, they're getting married. We were like, we know. They're like, no, they're endgame. We're like, I know. I don't know why or how, but we just knew in that moment. Me and Beth were just texting about that too. She's like, I knew. I just knew. And I was like, I know. It's just they were meant to be together.
Yeah. It seemed very unlikely from the start. Once they committed to each other, we were just like, yeah, I don't see this ending. Like,
yeah.
And yeah, so now they're officially engaged. And also people were like, oh my gosh, like you guys were mentioning that they could maybe
I didn't even realize that.
have the same, like whatever. If they
we were talking about that.
they get married. And I was just thinking from the outside perspective, like we've known for a while, like they're getting married, like, or we think like we're pretty sure they're going to get married. Otherwise we would never be like making comments like that. Like
hopefully they get married.
Hopefully trying to force it. But I think this is a testament to also, again, we did not force it. And I think that was really, really a good thing. I think, I wonder, I mean, honestly, they're meant to be, so it probably would have had the same outcome. But I wonder if they moved, which we would never do because Abby was, again, like healing from her divorce and stuff. But if we immediately were like, you should date Keaton, I wonder if she'd have been like, no.
No. Yeah. Just let them decide on their own.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh, it's so fun. And I think it was like 4th of July around there. My parents came to town. I'll kind of give a little background into the proposal because I was helping Keaton a lot, try and execute it. I was giving the girl perspective. Obviously, I know Abby very well. She's my little sister. And I, have access to the Pinterest board. I've been talking about the wedding. I know a lot. And I also think like her. So I know certain things, that she would like that the male perspective might not always be thinking about. So Keaton was telling me, okay, when she was recording the podcast with us, with me and my mom, Keaton was talking to my dad and asking for his hand, or his hand, asking my dad for his blessing for them. And since that point, like my dad, me, and Keaton, obviously, and you guys have known that this is going to happen, but obviously Abby didn't. Neither did my mom. My mom's not good at keeping secrets. Love you, Steph, but she's not good at keeping secrets. So we're like, let's not tell her.
She also literally requested, didn't she? She was kind of like, don't tell me.
I asked her, I was like, if I find anything out about Keaton wanting to propose, you want me to tell you? She was like, honestly, no, don't tell me. I was like, okay. I took that to heart. I didn't tell her. And anyway, so from the 4th of July for like these months, we're trying to figure out the ring situation. We're trying to figure out how we're going to first. I've never really helped with the proposal, and it is complicated. There's so many things to think about, like making sure they're on their right side, making sure they're wearing something cute without it being suspicious, making sure maybe their nails are done, not having it be suspicious. So many things to lie about, to like keep up. Oh my gosh. So
it's also, there's nothing more terrifying than being the one who has to capture it.
Yes.
Like it is so scary.
Oh, I'll get to that. It was truly terrifying. And there was I'll get to that. When we were planning, like, okay, the ring, like they were shipping the ring to my house so that Abby wouldn't see. I'm like, oh, they're like, you have to sign for it. The pressure was on. I was like, oh my gosh, these are huge, like such an expensive ring to my house. I have to make sure to sign it. I have to get it to him. I was like literally clutching the box with my freaking claws. And we were planning on doing it on her birthday. So she had not on her birthday, but on her birthday trip. So we all were going to go camping for her birthday, which we did last year. And then this year, the campsites were taken. So we're like, okay, let's get a cabin. And I was telling him, I'm like, this is probably better because then she can get ready and it's not like camp
literal
vibes.
And I was supposed to be in the video. I was Leif and Abby have birthdays one day apart, which this could prove to be an annoying thing the rest of our lives. Not really, but it's like if they have completely different plans
for the closest people to Keaton.
Yes. But
it's expensive month.
Yeah, Leif's dad and his brother and his kids, like they were all this has been planned for like months. They were coming for his birthday and to meet Benny. They never met Benny. So we had plans that weekend. And so when he was when Keaton was like, I'm going to propose to Abby on her
on the birthday trip.
on Leif's birthday.
Yeah.
On that trip, we're like, oh dang, we're not going to be able to come because I really wanted to see it. But
and then you could have taken the pictures.
Yeah. No, you did so. The pictures were perfect.
Oh, thank you.
They were so cute and so like in the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to mess them up when the people are beautiful and the scene is beautiful.
The scene was perfect.
Yeah.
It was very them too.
Yes.
It just felt like it was perfect.
Yeah. So Keaton had the idea. All of the ideas were Keaton's ideas. I just helped kind of facilitate it. Again, the female perspective of it.
Very necessary.
Yes. Because this man said, oh, I'm going to have we're going to do a video, like a UGC video. Like he does those all the time. And sometimes Abby helps him. He's like, I'm going to do it for like a jewelry brand, like Olive Ave. Shout out Olive Ave. Love them. That's where I got my ring. That's where so many people got their rings that I know. They're so good. Anyways, he's like, for Olive Ave, and like, I'll have her try on rings and I'll do it then. I said, you don't think like a woman. When you know maybe you're going to get proposed to soon, bless you.
Thank you.
You're like, what's it called? Spidey senses are tingling.
You're a detective.
If you say, oh, we're going to do a video for Olive Ave, this wedding ring company, she's going to know. He's like, really? I was like, yeah. Then I was talking, he's like, no, I think we should do it. I was like, okay, this is your proposal. I'm putting my 2 cents in. I think she's going to maybe know. And then I was talking to the Olive Ave girls, and because they were going to do like a media kit for him. And they were like, isn't she going to know? I was like, yeah, us girls know. Us girls know. Boys don't think about that. Even Nick was like, she won't know. I'm like, you guys, you think girls are dumb? We're not dumb. But anyways, I think what he ended up coming up with instead was perfect.
Perfect.
So he told her he was doing a UGC video for this cushion. Like it's like a little cushion for camping. Goes into an afternoon. I'm like, it's the best cushion.
But great for outdoors.
Yeah.
To give even more context, if you don't know what UGC videos, like Keaton will do a lot of videos for brands where they will pay him or whatever, or send him products. And he specifically does a lot of outdoor brands, like camping and whatever. Now I'm literally like giving him, I'm like, and email him at Keaton. I don't know. Yeah. But he basically, he does that a lot. So it's not weird that Abby was in one for this cushion brand a few weeks ago or a month ago or so.
Which was perfect.
And it was an actual video that he was like contracted to do with them, I believe. But he'll test out different camping gear and like explain it on videos and like give the content to the brand so they can post it, or he'll post it, whatever. So Abby had been in a video with him for this brand where it's like a cushion that you can bring camping, and like it's just nice because it just makes camping more comfortable, basically.
Yeah.
And he had done that video with her, and then he had framed to her later like, they really loved the couples content, so they want to do another. Since we're going to be at a cabin, I want to do another one of those, or they want me to do another one of those videos with the cushion. We're going to like go out to this place or whatever.
Yeah. And so he had told me like they were going to go do that. So we were trying to figure out a way to, again, not make it suspicious. Like, oh, we're telling you weeks in prior, like Saturday night, don't forget I have my UGC video. Like, we were trying to make it seem very casual. So that's why it's nice to have other people in on the live, because they can kind of, manipulate and trick. You guys should go listen to Abby's podcast. It's called Dear Abby. She just did like a story of her perspective, and it's very interesting. She was like, they made me think it was my idea to like go do the video at that time. And like,
really,
I had told her, I had prefaced this. So I was actually on the phone with Key, and we were trying to figure out how I was going to get her to dress cute for a camping video, but also she's getting proposed to, so you want her to be kind of cute. And I had also told him about the Olive Ave thing. I was saying, Abby's like me. I bet if she's like in a flowy dress, she doesn't feel as cute and like pretty as if she's in like something comfy, maybe a little more structured, but like that's when she feels the prettiest.
Totally.
So,
which is very important, because not everyone, like, I feel that same way. I feel like if I was proposed to and I was wearing like a gown, I would be like, this is not really my vibe.
Yeah.
But some people, it is their vibe completely, and it like looks gorgeous. But I totally feel that same way, and I think that is important to like nail down the specific person, how they feel most cute and comfy.
Yeah, when they feel the prettiest, for sure. So I had told her, we were on the phone talking about that, and then Abby called me. And first of all, I'm like, how do people cheat? Like, how do people get away with this? They're like trying to keep up the lies. Like, I'm trying to tell her what I'm doing. I'm making stuff up on the spot when I'm like trying to text Keaton about this. And I call him one time and he answers and he's with her. And I'm like, oh, I'm calling you about what we said stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. Anyways, luckily he does our video. So we had that cover when if like I was texting him or he called me or something. But anyways, she called me when I was talking to him about that. And she was
like,
saying,
she beeped in on you?
Yeah. And so I like answered the phone. I was like, hi, what's up? And then we started talking about the cabin and she was asking about something. And I was like, oh, by the way, I was like, I want to get some pictures with you. Like, I don't have any, which is true and still true to this day because I didn't get any pictures with her then. But I was like,
Because it was all a cover.
yeah, I was like, I want to get some pictures with you to post on my Instagram for your birthday. I have no photos with you. So when we're there, you know, let's take some pictures. I was like, do you have anything like denim? You know, I think it'd be cute to have like double denim. She's like, yeah. I was like, I'll bring something for you, which is not out of the blue either. It's good that I've been bossy about what she's been wearing our whole lives. Like, I will tell her what to wear.
Nothing was feeling weird to her. She's
no,
like, this is the use.
Nothing at all. So I told her, I was like, I'll bring some stuff for you, whatever. So day happens. We're on a boat in the morning. Everything's going fine, like with our family. And I know it's going to be this afternoon. And I just like don't speak to her all day. I'm like, I cannot like
ignores her, gives her the cold shoulder all day.
Like, think of something to say to her, but I'm feeling so, you know, when you're trying to keep a secret from someone, you're just like, that's how I felt when I was pregnant before I told people. I'm just like, I can't speak to you. I have nothing to say to you because I don't want to spill the secret. Or if I know someone else is pregnant and like they don't know. Anyways.
So terrifying.
So after
that's also such a big deal. Like, that's such a big one where it's like, if you mess up and give it away, like, you've ruined a lifelong memory that like was supposed to be a surprise. Oh,
and don't worry. I had bought Abby a t-shirt for her birthday. She was like wanting this white t-shirt. I was like shopping for her at the store and Case was with me. And I was telling Case, like, we're buying Abby a birthday present. And he was like being so cute at the store, like, where's the birthday present? Like, it was a thing. He's like, where's Abby's birthday present? Anyway, so we bought her the shirt. He's like, we bought Abby a shirt for her birthday. We bought Abby a shirt for her birthday. We get in the car. And while I'm on the phone with Abby, I was like saying something about her birthday. And Case is in the background. He goes, we got you a birthday present. It's a new shirt. Please. And I was like, I cannot let him hear the word proposal, the word ring, the word, like, we can't even have Case hear about this because he'll go up to Abby and be like, got you a ring.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Yeah. And anyways,
I feel like so many little kids spill like mom's pregnancies. Like, they'll be like, my mom has a baby in her son. And the mom's like, awesome.
Terrifying, actually.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So we went on a boat that morning. It was beautiful. I was, you know, feeling weird around her. And then we came back, and this is the part that Keaton and I had been saying previously. Like, this is gonna be the hardest part, is acting together, like in a scene together,
literally.
And he's like, "How am I not gonna bust up laughing when you're like, what should we do?" You know?
Yeah. And you're like practicing your lines.
Yeah. Because lying to her, I'm like, that's easy, but you don't have someone else to.
When someone's like viewing the lie, it's getting awkward. Yeah.
And they know you're lying.
Yeah.
So I guess they had said something out there. He's like, oh, we should go do the video later. And then she came in. She's like, I'm going to go with Keaton. Because I was like, when should we do the photos? She's like, well, I'm going to go with Keaton to do his video on the forest. I was like, oh, should we just do it then? And she's like, yeah. She's like, you should just come.
That's good.
And I was like, yeah, I'll bring my film camera. We can just take some pictures. So that went smoothly.
That's good.
And I didn't have to talk. Me and Keaton didn't have to talk to each other either. Mm-hmm. So it was like...
Yeah.
And then we're getting ready, and Abby's like getting her outfit on. And Keaton had told me before, he's like, I don't know what to wear. You should help me like match her. So I want to like wear something nice, or not necessarily nice, but like cute.
Yeah.
And so he's
or like neutral
ready.
Or something.
He's like, I'll have my, clothes there. And so I helped her get ready. And then I was helping him get ready, but trying also not to be suspicious. So I was like leaning into being just a bossy, older, slightly rude sister, which is like, you're wearing that. Like, he's like, should I wear these tan pants? I'm like, no, you should wear just like all black. You guys can look cute. Maybe I can get a photo of you guys too. So like again, try not to be suspicious. Yeah. Like, you need to look really nice.
Yeah.
Especially when they don't normally care about what they wear. for a camping video, you know? So they get their stuff ready. We get in the car. I'm like
Sweating.
My heart is racing. I'm shooting this on film. Now, why have I done this? That's a great question. I didn't really think about it. Like I was just like, of course, film's cute vibe. I shoot on film all the time, but I don't shoot things like this. I shoot, you know,
just like random
memories. And I have the camera. Jaci got it for me for my birthday. And it isn't automatic, but you can do manual as well. So I have it like on automatic, so I think. And I bring some extra film canisters or rolls of film. And I like go, so I have one freshly loaded in my camera, which have like 36 photos. And then I brought an extra one just in case. Cause I was like, what if she wants to take mine and her pictures before, like, and it's just too awkward to be like, no, we have to do the video first.
Right.
So I'm going to have two. Cause I was going to just do, I think one roll is enough for the actual moment.
Right. No, good to have extra always.
It is good. And I go to open it and it's a full roll. Like it's a roll that I've already finished. So, you know what I mean? It's not a new roll. It's like I grabbed the wrong one that was like finished.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I certainly hope that there's a way that I can convince her to do the video first. But while we're on our way, she's like,
because you don't want to use all the film. Yeah.
But then what am I going to say? I'm saving it for like the video, you know? So I'm like, okay.
Ay.
And
how many pictures? Oh, you have a fresh one.
Yeah,
though.
I have a fresh one. I have enough. That's good. But I'm like, I can't use any extra.
Yeah.
So she's like, Chelsey, why don't we do our photos first so that we have like more of a sunset vibe for the video? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, okay, we got to get out of this somehow. So we get there and Keaton had this spot picked out that was like a beautiful field, but the trees and the lighting is giving shadowy face. So we're trying to find a good, you know, view that has good lighting, and it's actually harder than we thought. But like at this point, me and Keaton are together, so with Abby, so we can't be like,
well, you
can't
can't
act casual.
You also can't act like you care that much because this is like his camping video. It's not like in real life. If he was filming a camping video, you specifically wouldn't be like, you should go here, Keaton, for this lighting. That's something I might say because I'm like, whatever, photography mode. But I feel like you would never say that naturally. So it's like,
yeah, exactly. So we're trying to improvise. It's improv 101. Oh, I forgot to mention, we were getting dressed. Like the first time that we had to speak to each other and like act, Abby couldn't see us. And I go, Keaton, what are you going to wear? And he just like smiles as if he's about to laugh. And then I kind of like look at him and we just like don't look at each other and keep going to think. I'm like, don't break. We're so close. We're so close. Anyways, we get there. While we're looking for the spot, the sun is running away from us. Yeah, we're just like, okay, we have to get this set up. Mind you,
I feel like in the mountains, like
I know.
the lighting can go quick.
And you don't think about that
because
really.
You're kind of like,
unless you have like a view and you're in an open space. But there's so many, the trees are beautiful. That's why we're there.
Yeah. It can block the light a lot.
So we're hiking. I literally got cut up because we're hiking through this stuff, jumping over this little creek, trying to find a good spot. The light is dwindling. Abby's like, let's do your photos first. I'm like,
oh no.
I'm like, no, let's, make sure we have good lighting, whatever. So Keaton goes to try and find a good, wait, were you going to say something?
Oh, I was just going to say he was mentioning to us that when you guys were trying to find a spot, like the spot that he was planning on or that he had originally thought or something, he's like, literally in some parts, the like brush, like the grass was literally as tall as me.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. He like goes out.
I would have kneeled and completely disappeared.
He went into the field and literally the grass was so tall and went up to his waist. And he's like out so far. He goes, is this good? And in my head, I'm like, no. When you kneel, you're going to disappear, but I can't say that. So I'm like, oh no. But I'm glad he was thinking of that. He obviously was thinking of that too. But then at the same time, that's like the spot he was envisioning. So then it's like, now we got to find something else. So anyways, we're running around the freaking mountain, trying to find a place and trying to somehow pretend like I care, but not. And why do I care? And why am I being bossy?
Yeah.
And trying to, so I'm like trying to pretend like I want a good place for our pictures too.
Because that's something you would care about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we find a good place. I'm like, this is good. Me and Abby start taking pictures. Keaton's like, I'm going to go try and find some light and set it up. So he finds a spot. We run over there. And Abby was saying in her podcast, she was like, I didn't even realize I did this, but she's like, when Keaton found his spot, like me and Abby were taking pictures. When Keaton found his spot, he's like, I found it. She's like, Chelsey was like, grab the stuff, let's go.
Running.
She's like, okay, like why are we in such a rush to get over there? But I was like, okay, we got to go get the light.
Yeah.
We get there and the light is still like literally leaving the spot that they're in. And so at this point, I'm trying to reassure Keaton, like, I think this is still good, but I'm also trying not to act like I care.
What do you mean still good?
Because the light was leaving.
Oh, and so
he was like, wait, should we find somewhere else? And in my mind, I'm like, if we try and find something else, we're not going to have time.
Yeah.
The light's going to be gone everywhere. So, and I also didn't know, at this point we couldn't talk. So I didn't know if he was acting. I didn't know if he was being serious. Like, so I was trying to, I would have, if this was me doing it, I like having a second opinion. Like if you were there and I was like, as a skid, if you were like, no, it still looks good.
Yeah.
It gives me more confidence to be like, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
This does look good.
Yeah.
But when you're thinking of what am I going to say? How am I, I didn't know if he was
a lot
like,
on his mind.
Yeah. So I was trying to reassure him, be like, I think this is really good. I actually think it's better because, the light won't be harsh on your guys' face and you can color grade, whatever.
But you're also trying not to be so like,
yes. And I realize how bossy I'm being and how opinionated I'm being and how like, whatever. So I guess Abby had kind of said something to Keaton, like, don't mind Chelsey. Like, if you want to do something else or we can redo it later, like, that's totally fine. He's like, okay, thank you. Literally turns against each other to make it not suspicious. He leaves. He's like, let me go look one other place. And I'm like, okay, I'm being way too opinionated and he's being very picky as well. So I'm like trying to play it off. I'm like, he's like kind of a perfectionist about this stuff, huh? And she's like, yeah, kind of.
You're saying that to Abby, please. A master manipulator.
And she's like, yeah, whatever. He comes back. He's going to set up. Also, me standing with my camera. Like, I'm just like, why would I be here? His literal camping video. I'm like with my film camera. But I was like, oh, this is like, let me see for our photos, whatever. I'm just acting it up.
So you guys hadn't taken your photos on film yet?
No. We hadn't because
I
he found the spot.
You were taking pictures.
Oh, I was taking like iPhone pictures and we were just kind of like, would this be a good spot? I was like, let me make sure on iPhone before I use any of like our film. And I actually had my other film camera, but it's like kind of a dinky one. It's just like a point and shoot. So where's that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I took a couple of her on there and I had her like take a couple of me on there. I had like 5 shots left. And so we were doing like iPhone, whatever. And that's why when he said that, I was like, oh, let's go. This is great. Because I don't have time or film. So he sets up the video. He's getting the video ready. She's like off in the spot already. So we're like here. And
so you're together and she's away.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say anything to him, but I'm like, I think this looks great. And like we're talking, I'm like, if she hears this might be. I'm like, I think it's beautiful. It'll still be great.
Yeah. He's like,
yeah.
She's like, why are we so obsessed with
making it beautiful? It's literally for a freaking cushion.
Yeah.
So once he sets up his stuff though, like I think right before he set up his stuff, and if he gets here, like he might come in this podcast, but maybe not.
Yeah.
This is about us.
Yeah, we'll see if he gets here soon.
Right before he was trying to find the spot, maybe he was a little bit stressed, like trying to make sure. But as soon as he like set it up and we're like, we're going to do it, it was like cool, calm, and collected. He was just like, okay. Like not nervous at all.
I was going to ask if he seemed nervous.
No, like I think he was stressed. We were trying to find the spot. He seemed like a little like, okay.
Frazzled.
Yeah. But then once it was like, this is good, he was literally like in the zone. I was like, okay, method actor. Yeah. So he like pushes record. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Oh my
god!
I'm not a photographer. In this moment, I'm realizing I'm not a photographer either. So I'm like,
first time it's occurred.
They're on like a side, and I realize Abby's on her bad side if they turn. So I'm like, you guys should switch. I'm like, at this point, it's still close. Like, whatever.
Yeah, even if she's starting. Even if she's starting to know, it's like, okay, you're literally getting proposed to in 10 seconds.
I'm like, you should switch. So they switch, and it was so sweet. I really couldn't hear them because they were pretty far from me. But I'm like sitting there pretending like I'm going to get a thumbnail for them or something.
Slay.
And I kind of hear him say something to her. And then I'm sure they're going to post the video soon. Maybe they've already posted it, but, basically he said something about the cushion and then he's like, but today I'd like to kneel on it. And as soon as he said that and like unrolled the thing and got like the getting down on one knee.
I can't.
Was not well. I'm shaking so bad. I'm like hoping that the pictures turn out because I'm shaking so bad. I'm crying. Tears are running down my face. And I'm trying to kind of hear, but I can't really. And I'm kind of trying to give them their moment and just, stay out of the frame, stay out of whatever. But also get some good pictures. I'm taking a bunch of pictures. She's crying. It's like the most beautiful setting. I'm just thinking, I love.
Aww.
Like, this is so sweet. This is what she deserves. Like, she's been through so much. This is like so thoughtful, so thought out, like so meaningful. And anyways, I take all the photos. He finishes. It was super sweet. We're both excited, and she comes up and like hugs me. We're so excited. She's like, "So are we taking pictures?" I'm like, "No, that was the ploy." And then I take some more pictures of them together, and I tell her, I'm like, "Mom doesn't know, by the way." So she was like, "She doesn't?" I was like, "No." So we're gonna go and surprise her. And I had told Nick. So when we left, it was Nick, my brother Clay, and my dad. And that was it, I think. Yeah, and obviously my boys. But I told Nick, I'm like, okay, I have these confetti guns. We're going to give them to everyone. I'm going to have you and Case do one. I'm going to have like my dad, Clay, and my mom do one. We're going to tell my mom it's a stupid TikTok trend. We're going to say happy birthday when they walk in and surprise her. And Nick said my mom was so annoyed by that. Like getting it
Because it had already been her birthday.
Yeah, it had already been her birthday the day before. And I was just like, it's just something. She was like, okay. When I told her, she was like, okay. You can get away with anything. Just say it's a TikTok trend.
Totally.
So I was like, it's just funny, whatever. So when we pull up, I run in and I tell them, I'm like, I'll text you when to come in when everything's ready. My mom is like sitting there like, okay, let's get this over with. I guess she was saying to Nick, like, who's going to clean all this up? Like, because
there's going to be confetti everywhere.
Yeah. And so she walks in and everyone does the confetti guns, which were so loud, by the way. I was not expecting that. And so much confetti. And Clay, Nick, and my dad were all like, happy engagement. They yelled that. And then my mom yelled happy birthday at the same time.
Because she didn't know, yeah.
Yeah, but the guns were so loud. It was like silent after a second. And everyone's just like, what? And then my mom's like, what? And Abby just was like, I'm engaged. Mom's like, oh my gosh. She was so surprised.
So sweet.
And so happy. And then, yeah, we just had a fun little night celebrating with a little cake and taking pics and looking at the ring. I love diamonds too. Oh my gosh.
Love a diamond.
Love a diamond. And it was just beautiful and so fun. And
so fun.
I cannot wait for the wedding.
Yeah. I'm so excited to like wedding plan.
I texted Jaci. I'm like, we're sisters. Makes everything about us. But they're actually not even married yet.
Yeah, it is very hard to not make this situation about us because it's just another way that we are connected.
And who knows? Maybe the reason you thought, maybe I should go to Gilbert High is so that we could be best friends, but maybe
deeper
also
than that.
So that they could get married and find each other.
Totally.
It's like, that's how crazy it is.
I know.
They would have never met if it weren't for us.
I know. It's just crazy. Like, is it called the butterfly effect? Just how like one little thing changes, the trajectory of your life.
Yeah.
Moving somewhere. Well, that's a big thing. But even just like meeting someone and then they connect you to someone else. And then it just, it's really crazy how just the smallest little, if something tiny was different, then your life would be completely different.
I know.
And it just feels so right, so special.
Oh, I was going to say too about the photographer thing. So that film, I'm like holding on to with
for
dear life.
Yeah.
I try to take it to the film lab immediately. Like I'm like, okay, I need to not take my eyes off of this little tiny, beautiful, sacred film canister. And I take it. I had taken a couple rolls from the weekend and got them developed. I got 5 rolls developed, okay? And then I got an email later that day. I was like, oh, they got developed. But the email before that says, a refund from blah, blah film photo lab. I'm like, refund? Refund for what? Because that means I had already paid for all the rolls. I'm like, okay, that's terrifying. I go to click on it. It says 4 folders. I had 5 rolls, and each folder is a roll.
Yeah.
My heart literally sinks into my butt. I am like, oh, and I haven't seen what the folders are yet. I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't let it be that one roll. So I click on the first folder. It's not the engagements. And all the photos are extremely blurry, blurrier than you can even imagine. I'm like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
You didn't show me the ones that were blurry.
No,
You're
no.
saying. Okay.
And they weren't the engagement ones.
Right,
They're just like of the weekend. But that camera is usually very crisp.
Right.
I usually have it on automatic, like the little dial. But I
Yeah.
think maybe it got, like I just never check it because I always have everything on automatic.
Yeah.
I think the dial had gotten like mixed up. So the focus was like really close. So anything far away was just like not good.
That is so annoying.
So I see the blurry. I'm like, okay, that's not good either. I'm terrified. First of all, that it's gone. Second of all, that it's so blurry. I'm about to have a freaking horror wedding story or proposal story to write into this podcast.
You're feeling the feelings that I've described to you of like you've messed up someone's like one
sick.
moment.
I
Like you're
feel
sick to your stomach.
I checked the second folder, not the engagements. I am literally pissing myself. I go to the third folder, but at least they're my memories. I'm like, okay, at least I got mine. Go to the third folder. They're not the engagements. I have one folder left.
No. Me
Okay.
on the edge of my seat, even though I know that
You've seen the photo.
the photo's been posted.
I click on the fourth one. It is the engagements, and most of them are in focus. There's a couple that are blurry of like really close up of like the ring, but it's like that's not that big of a deal.
Neither here nor there.
Yeah, and I am like, thank you, God. Like this.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I was feeling sick. Even though the couple blurry ones, I was like feeling sick. I'm like, I cannot imagine. That's what I was texting. I'm like, I could never do this. It is so much pressure. And
Especially
with
with
film,
film.
what was I thinking? Like I should have had the moment before we started. Keaton looks over. He's like, because we never discussed like what I was gonna. I had said like I'll bring my film camera.
Yeah.
He's like, are you using digital? I'm like, no. He's like, okay, hope they work. I'm
Yeah.
like, me too. I should have thought of that. I should have done digital first, but they ended up so cute. I got
they're
like
so
every
cute.
moment on film, and it was just like a special vibe.
Yes, it was perfect.
And then had to take some of them later, but it was terrifying. I also did lose the roll that I lost was of the other camera I had brought, and so like there was a couple photos. Well,
Why
of
did
me
you
and
lose
Abby.
it? So what was the reason?
I don't know. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna talk to them in like a day because I called them. I was like, "What happened to my roll?" They're like, "It was completely blank. They're like, it had seen no light." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm so confused.
What do you mean it had seen no light?
Like it was not exposed to light at all. So they're like,
Okay,
maybe
it
you had your
never
lens cap
taken a
on the whole
photo.
time.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
I'm like, okay, well, I'm not an idiot. I didn't have my lens cap on for 37 photos.
Well, because I was wondering if maybe
Like I gave
you
them.
didn't know, like, well,
But it was on my other camera.
I know, okay, but I was just thinking maybe when you inserted it and
Yeah.
didn't. Again, I don't know that camera, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You didn't maybe pull the film far enough, or you pulled it too far. That was the
yeah.
only thing I could think of. Is that
It
you like
could.
loaded it maybe
Yeah.
incorrectly? That's why it would be blank. Just because you've been saying you've had all these film issues lately.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if the way you're loading the film has anything to do with it. But you've gotten
Maybe.
film developed from that camera a million times.
I know, that's the thing. And I've really never had a problem with film, honestly, until recently.
Or
Like,
it could
where I'm
just
missing
be
photos.
Where it could just be your camera. That one where they said nothing happened. It
Yeah.
could just be some
Something
mechanism in your
broke.
camera is broken, and it looks like it's taking, but it's really not taking anything.
Because I
it's
hear
not
it,
actually
like,
opening.
Yeah, that could, actually, now that you said that, it could be with that photo. Usually
With that camera?
Yeah, with that camera. The like little dinky one.
Mm-hmm.
I usually kind of roll it a little bit more than the other one. Like the other one I'll do.
You like barely put it over.
Yeah. This one I usually do a little extra, but because I've been using the other camera, I've been like, oh, maybe I don't have to roll it so far. So maybe that happened. And then it just
Maybe.
like went in.
Film
So
is scary.
bizarre.
I couldn't imagine like shooting an entire wedding on film or something.
No.
That is actually terrifying.
So
you kind
terrifying.
of, yeah.
Like as a second shooter, maybe have
Right.
someone else do film
Yes.
just for fun. But yeah, I learned my lesson. It's sad because that other photo, I had taken photos of me and Abby that day. Like right after she got engaged, I was like, let's take a couple photos together. Gone.
Ugh.
Anyways,
annoying.
yeah, it's sad, but and all
least
my
the
other
most
photos on
important
there.
ones
Oh
were
yeah,
there.
for sure. I'm so happy it was those ones. Like, I'm like, I wish I had mine instead. No, like obviously I can get a picture with her anytime.
Yeah.
And I got some selfies, so like I have documentation, but it was terrifying and I did feel sick. And I even felt sick that a lot of my photos, most of them were blurry. I was just
That's
like,
so
dang,
annoying.
I can't get these back. And also I have photos. I don't think we've talked about this in the podcast. When I met Benny for the first time, I had Jaci take a couple film photos, and I had just loaded that one. So the thing that's weird is that I had just loaded that and that camera with that film, and she took a couple photos, like 2 or 3 maybe.
Yeah.
And then I remember being like, this still has the film, and those first pictures are me meeting Benny, and like I want to post those because they're probably like so cute and so special. Like not even I want to post it, I want to have those.
Yeah.
But I was waiting to post, like, okay, it's been months and not a word. Like, I'm like, haven't met her yet, you know?
Oh, yeah. No
just
documentation.
Like, I've just been thinking like, okay, like I'll post those ones when I get them.
Yeah.
And I took like photos of 4th of July. I remember, unless I'm going crazy, on that film. And then I got the film developed. I was like, I just got 3 rolls developed, and I remember thinking, okay, I'm so excited for like the pictures of me and Benny. I open all of them. Not a sign of those photos. Not a sign.
Weird.
It has been haunting me. Last night I had nightmares about where those photos were. What happened? Like, did they not take? Is it on a different roll? And like, maybe I just got really confused. Like,
maybe one day you're going to find a roll of film.
That's
like
what my
under
dream
your
was.
bed, really? And
That's
then
my dream
you're going to go
was.
get developed and the photos will be on there.
I would love that. I would love nothing more.
That is really
So sad.
really depressing.
But you did have a video.
Yeah.
Not, at least some documentation.
Yeah. I have a little video of you guys.
But things like that are making me... when I got the film back and some of them were blurry, and then I was literally like crying. I was just like, this is stressing me out. I will be using my Canon G7X from now on.
Yeah, you're like trying to capture all your memories.
Yeah.
Like very important memories too.
Yeah.
And it's like literally all of them are blurry. That's
Anyways.
also, there's nothing more annoying than... That's happened to me before where just like... Yeah, like either they're blurry or like I didn't know how to
Like the angle's
do
weird.
it right. Yeah, and I'm like, or on my old film camera, it had little like marks where I didn't know this going into it, but it had marks on the camera, kind of like corners where that's actually what captures in the photo, not the whole viewfinder.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know that, and so I would take photos, and when I'd get them back, they'd all be like cropped in, and I'm like, they'd cut people's faces off and stuff. And I realized, okay, with this specific camera, there's like these little marks. That's the actual like
What it takes. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of words lately, and it's pissing me off. I will
mom brain.
actually like not be able to think of it for a full 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm literally like clawing. I'm like, what is the word? And I still can't even think of what I'm trying to say. That's the something. There's
Frame?
a word. Frame, sure. Like,
Shot.
no, I don't know. Like the area that it's covering, whatever.
Yeah.
You guys get the point. So
That's mom brain. I got that as soon as I had a baby. I was like, oh, I'm dumb.
literally,
Everything I've ever learned out the window.
yeah, it's the words for me. Like
Yeah.
I cannot think of the specific word to
Like the most simple
describe
words,
something
too.
that's like
Yeah.
yeah, and it's not a hard word to think of either. I'm like, why is that light off? You're pitch black. Let me turn this on.
Stop. I'm pitch black. Whoa. Okay. Hello.
Cool.
Okay. I just had to turn that light on. Well, now you can see me. Probably looked freaking dinge before that.
Was that off the whole time?
It must have been. Why would it turn on now if it died? Yeah, it's looking very bright right now.
Goodbye.
Oh, well, whatever.
Also, if you just saw me on YouTube wearing a diaper, mind your business.
we can
Started
just
my
cut that
period
out.
again.
Horrible.
Yeah, it's fine. It actually hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, you've had
so-
bad periods before. That's what I was thinking when we were texting. Like,
Well, you know what no, I'm not getting into this. I just
Come on.
Okay, fine. Twist my arm. I was thinking that I haven't worn a tampon yet. Okay. Men, click out of this podcast. There's probably no men listening anyway. I haven't been wearing a tampon during this period.
yeah.
And I've been wearing just like pads and period underwear, whatever. And I haven't had bad cramps. And I'm like, is what they say true? Because even with the menstrual cup, people will say that. They're like, oh, my cramps like weren't as bad at all when I used a menstrual cup.
Yeah.
This is my first period back. So I'm like, I could just be getting into the swing of things. I just usually have really bad cramps. So I can definitely tell, like I'm definitely bloated. There's things that I feel that are not like,
Well, that's amazing.
I don't feel like fully comfortable, but yeah, it hasn't been as horrible as I thought it would be. So that's good.
That's good. My first period back was so gnarly.
Really?
Yeah. Not necessarily cramps, that was gnarly. It was just like
lot?
it was just like big bitch energy. Instead of like a little girl period, it was like, oh, I'm here. Like full Helga period. Like that's what I felt like it was. Just like,
wow.
You're a big bitch now.
You're a big girl now.
Like just full meant business. That's what it felt like. And maybe it was just like leftover, just clearing house.
Well, it's funny because I literally,
no offense if your name's Helga, but
2 days ago, I didn't voice this, which I'm proud of myself. New goal is to not call myself ugly and be really self-deprecating, because have been thinking about it a lot more, and I think it's good. I think it's good to self-reflect. I think that
I've been ugly.
I'm like, I've been hideous. Just can't do it for more than 2 seconds. I think it's funny to make jokes.
Yeah.
And I do a lot about just the way I feel or look or whatever, just because I think it's funny, truly. But I do want to not be like so hard on myself, and I would notice myself like making truly like really mean jokes. Like even when we were doing our merch photo shoot, I literally left and I was like, I should really stop like making those jokes about myself and like how I look. Because I would like see a photo of myself and be like, oh, like I was just, there were certain angles that were not the vibe. I was I was pretty fresh postpartum when we did that shoot anyway. Yeah. But whatever. I've been trying not to be so vocal about how.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
Keep it to myself. That being said, a few days ago, I was feeling hideoso. I was like, I feel so bloated and my face is looking like so like full and puffy.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck? I'm like going backwards. Not like backwards, but like kind of. Like I was feeling like, okay, I'm getting kind of like my groove back, and I'm feeling like more myself just as far as everything, like looks wise. And I was like, I feel so bloated and ugly. Literally the next day I started my period. I'm like, wow, it never fails. We're so excited about Riley & Crew sponsoring the podcast, you guys, because we both shop on there for our kids. I genuinely think that 50% of Benny's closet at this point is Quincy May, Riley & Crew. They have so many cute baby clothes. So I was actually on their website today. They had these adorable little overalls that I want to buy for her, as well as this little like striped sweater, kind of like a romper sweater thing. I think would be so cute for fall. It was like the perfect fall colors. So the Riley & Crew Collective is more than just a clothing brand. It's a one-stop shop that caters to you and your children at every stage of life. So they have Quincy May, like I mentioned, Riley & Crew for their first day of school, or Norley if you are celebrating special occasions. So they have a few different brands under the Riley & Crew website. They are all so cute, and they just have really great options.
I wanted to get Case and Elwood like something cute and fall when we went to the cabin. They really only have summer clothes right now. So I wound Riley & Crew, and I got Case the cutest little, almost like a chore jacket. And I got Elwood the cutest sweater with matching like short bottoms, striped blue. So cute, so that I could take like a cute little family fall picture there and just look extra cute. So if you want to check out their stuff, you guys can go to rileyandcrew.com/whatwesaid and use the code whatwesaid at checkout for 20% off your first purchase. That's RYLEEANDCRU.com/whatwesaid. Use code whatwesaid for 20% off your first order. Go check it out.
We love exfoliating here at the What We Said podcast. Such a great addition to a skincare routine if it's not already a part of yours. And you can get softer, smoother, and more even-toned skin after just one use with the new Gentle Exfoliating Line from Cetaphil. It is available at your local Target store, which is very convenient, or you can always get it online. There is nothing I love more than when my skin feels silky smooth, and that is usually only possible for me through exfoliation, because the product is able to remove dead skin cells that are on the surface. Their new exfoliating line is formulated with a unique triple acid blend that promotes surface skin cell renewal. These gentle chemical exfoliators help remove dead skin cells and refine skin's texture while hydrating.
I love that it still hydrates your skin, because sometimes when you think of exfoliating, it can feel scary, like it's going to strip your skin and make it feel dry. But Cetaphil has prioritized still locking in that hydration while helping get rid of surface dead skin cells that you don't want. Skincare is one of our favorite acts of self-care. It's a simple way to prioritize yourself and your well-being and make you feel clean, healthy, and like you have your life together. Especially now as moms, it is something we try and make time for daily. Using these Cetaphil products can help you have softer, smoother, and more even-looking skin, which is all we want. Shop the new Cetaphil Gentle Exfoliating Line in the face and body aisles at your local Target store or online at cetaphil.com.
You just like, well, not everyone probably, but like I do just look more like asymmetrical and bloated, all that when I'm like, okay, it just is true.
Yeah.
Every time.
That's something I'm really not looking forward to.
Yeah.
But also, as I was telling you when we were talking about it, I did start to feel a little more, maybe it's just because that's what you're used to your whole life is the cycle of it all. I kind of liked being back in the cycle of it all. I felt like maybe that was when all my hormones started to kind of get more regulated because it was back in a cycle. It wasn't just always like so unpredictable.
Yeah. On one hand, it is like a sign of quote unquote normal life again. I don't know like hormonally how, if it's doing much, like I haven't noticed, oh, I feel so much better now or something, or worse. I haven't really noticed anything. But even just the concept of it being like,
a cycle.
Okay, this is a cycle that I've been in for, 15 years now. I'm very familiar with it.
Yeah.
So that's good, I guess, that part of it.
For
Trying to see the silver lining. Dang. Anyway, I moved.
Woohoo!
We're officially in our new house. It's so fresh. I wish I could like speak more to how it's been, but next week I can go into more detail because I'll have like
the routine.
More experience living there.
And like you'll have your whole life together in a week.
Yeah, no pressure. So many thoughts. Number one, I am feeling the urge to reimagine my entire life and have all new habits. Like I've always said that when I move, it feels like such a fresh start, and I really like to create new habits in that specific environment so that my brain like if I have certain bad habits, like for instance, when I moved last time, or I guess 2 times ago, whatever, to our other house that we lived in for a while, I really wanted to not go on my phone first thing in the morning, which I've had that habit and I've tried to break it a million times, but I felt like, okay, if my brain only knows in this house, I don't do that. Like if the first night I move in, if I don't get on my phone in the morning, it's like, creating a new routine in a new space. And it was really good for a while. Same with reading at night. In that room, I always read at night. And I felt like I kind of started that habit like when I moved there. And it really did feel like
super
it's
intentional.
Stuck. Yeah, very intentional. That being said, it's so much pressure to like, I'm like, oh, okay, what are all my good habits that I want to have
for years,
to come right now? Like I need to implement all of them. So I'm trying to like not be a psycho about it and just be like, okay, I can obviously, I can create new habits at any time. I need to have more confidence in myself that it doesn't have to be all or nothing in this exact moment.
Every good habit you'll ever have.
Literally. But that being said,
you don't want to keep any bad habits maybe too. It's like, maybe not necessarily good habits, but maybe, like you were saying with the phone thing, you can stop doing some habits maybe instead of, because maybe once you get like a coffee maker or something.
Yeah.
Then you can start the habit, or once you get your meditation pillow, things like that.
Yeah, we can add some stuff in, but maybe taking away the bad ones. But yeah, I will just say it was like, so we went over there to like, to move all of our stuff in.
I can't believe you're like living there.
I know.
That's where I'm going to go if I'm going to go see you.
I know.
It's crazy.
We were moving all of our stuff if I ever want to... has never seen it still. No, but you haven't seen it with all the furniture and stuff at this point, which not all of it's done or here, and it's not all in the house and stuff yet. But we were moving all of our stuff in, but we didn't have like our bed set up. Like basically there was one night after we moved in that we like weren't sleeping in there. We were just moving our stuff in. But I went over there and our couch was set up, and I sat on it and fed Benny, and I literally was like genuinely almost brought to tears because I was telling Leif that I just felt so at home immediately. Like everything's still in boxes. And I was like just kicking my feet up and like feeding her in just this spacious area that was like so, oh my gosh. I literally wanted to cry, and Keaton helped us move a bunch, and he was like, this already feels like your house. He was like, this feels so like Leif and Jaci already. And I was like, oh, that makes me so happy. And I feel the same way. Like immediately upon moving and just like being in the space, I'm like, I don't even feel like there's a period of like, oh, we just got to get used to it. I'm like, no. This just like is home immediately, which is so nice. Like I couldn't ask for anything more.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's just everything's coming to fruition.
I know.
Like you've been working on this house for so long, been getting kicked out of house after house after house, had to go live in a random place to bring your baby home. And now you finally, like this is the day we've been talking about forever. Like you finally have moved into your dream home that you built with your money. Remember that, everyone? And you just get to live your life.
I know. I really am so happy. I was thinking, and I don't want to jinx it though. I don't like to voice these things sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is just the year of like, I had Benny, you had Elwood, moved into my house. You like love your house and I've like made it so cozy and homey. Keaton and Abby are engaged. I'm like, wow,
It's
what
just
a great
comfy.
year. Like it is just, this is so many things that have been like building up, working towards happening. And it's so nice.
I know. It is so nice. I'm so excited. I just feel like now we're all like established with kids. It's this new chapter is going to be so different. Even when you guys came over the other day in the backyard, like I wasn't even thinking of this before. You guys came over with Benny and Danny came over with Salome and the kids were just playing. And afterwards I was like, this is such a different chapter than we were in even just like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Obviously before, you know, I had kids, before Danny had kids, then you, it's like, this is now
A different
whole
era.
new chapter. It's
Yeah.
been like coming, you know, each person kind of slowly moving into it. But now it's like, okay, wow, we're having play dates with our kids. It's actually crazy to even say that.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's so fun though. Like even talking about going trick-or-treating with them. It's just so different than like, hey, you guys want to come over watch a movie on Halloween? It's like we get to do so many different fun things in our house. Like come hang out in our backyard. Ugh,
It is. It's a
so
whole
nice.
new chapter. It's very fun. I really like, obviously, just like I love just a fresh moment. Like
I can't wait to
really
come over,
do.
go to the bathroom in your guest room, in your guest bathroom.
No, when I
Wash
started
my hands in your sink.
my period, my first thought every time I started my period for the past literal 5 years is always like, I want to take a bath. Like I just want to like relax. And I had that thought. I was like, oh, I wish I could take a bath. And literally I was like,
You
I can. Like it was the day before we moved.
Yeah.
Or the day basically that we were moving. And I was like, wait, literally today or tomorrow, like I can go and I can take a bath.
Oh my gosh. Stop. I want to cry.
So it's so exciting. You can come bathe in my tub anytime.
Oh, I will be.
It's
With
gonna be
you.
so nice. Yeah.
Both of us just in there. Leif comes in, I pop up out of the bubbles.
I'm so excited. I know that there's still so much work ahead. I'm not really trying to focus on that, I guess, because there really is so much left to be done just with furnishing it all and doing our landscaping. Oh. How could I forget? A new neighbor came by asking for plants.
Nuh-uh.
I'm not joking, Chelsey.
A brand new one?
A different one than we've met.
How did they know that you're giving away plants?
Exactly. They're older generation, same age as all the rest.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. Leif was there moving some stuff in. We hadn't officially moved in yet, but we were like kind of moving a few things in. And she came up to our door, like in the doorway area. And because I mean, you know, it was kind of all open because we were moving stuff, and said, if you're not going to use these plants, like, would I be able to take a few, like these ones? First of all, I wanted to rip the entire, all of them up because I'm like, when we were dealing with this in the first place, I'm like, okay, they need to come over and see that it's all dirt.
Yeah.
So there's nothing for them
take.
to ask about.
Yeah.
What are you going to ask to take now when there's quite literally dirt and rocks?
Yeah.
With our freaking inspection, we couldn't. You're not allowed to have all dirt in the front or something to move in.
Bye.
So I'm like, whatever. Keep the random plants that are left.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them have been taken.
You can't just have dirt?
No, Leif, I don't remember. There was something
So
about
weird.
it.
I mean, I'm sure maybe that
where they like didn't
makes sense.
recommend it. I don't know. I was like, whatever. And I think, it was something about the inspection or the permits or something. So, yeah, anyway, she asked if she could take more plants. And Leif said, like, we're not doing the plant thing anymore. Like, we're not giving plants away, whatever. We're working on the landscaping.
Doing this plant thing.
We're working on the landscaping. And I'm telling Leif, I'm like, oh, and he's like, and guess what else she said? well, first of all, he tells me, he's like, I had an interaction with this lady, older lady. She came by. Guess what she asked? And I'm like, thinking surely it's not the plants, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not guessing that because I'm like, I don't even remember what I guessed. I was like, oh, that she knew blank, the owner's name. And he's like, well, yeah, but what's the first thing she asked? And I'm like, if we're going to move in soon because there's like moving trucks. And he's like, no, Jaci. And I'm like, what? He's like, if she could take plants. I'm like, you're kidding.
He's sending his minions to come get the plants.
I'm like, that was not even on my radar because of how insane I thought that would be. Because of how crazy, how we've already told the whole neighborhood, stop asking about the plants. I wish you guys could see the plants. Oh, they're so ugly.
I know he sent them. This goes back to us putting words in people's mouths and thoughts in their head, but I know he drove by, saw you guys are moving in soon, panicked. They're going to get rid of those plants. Like, we got to save them. Sent one of his other neighbor friends. Go get some plants.
She told Leif, she knew the owner. Let's call him Jerry. I knew Jerry and he worked so hard on his yard. He was always out there taking care of his plants. Cool! It's been a year.
Yeah. I'm sure he's working hard on his plants at his new home that he owns.
It's been 365 days.
Yeah.
It's been a year.
Yeah. You got to get over the plants.
Get over it.
No.
I cannot comprehend this situation anymore.
No.
Like, what even is there? I'm so excited to demolish that yard. But what I was telling Leif is like, do they not understand? Because we're not like upkeeping them and like watering them and making it, because we're going to literally demolish it in 2 seconds. I'm like, do they know that we're going to redo the yard?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, okay, I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. Maybe they see it, the plant's not doing well. They think it doesn't look good or something.
No.
And I'm like, are they just stressed about how it doesn't look good and we're letting it go into disarray or something? I'm like, do they understand we're renovating and we've ripped the whole house? Do they understand that it's a process?
What I really think it is they've seen the owner, ex-owner, and they saw him watering and planting and tinkering with his plants. Now they see them dying and they're evoked with emotion. So they want to go save the plant. But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, number one.
If he wanted them, he would have taken them.
Number two, we have given them 3 opportunities.
Yeah. We had
different weekends. You had a freaking Facebook sale. Yeah. You could have seen it then.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You've had your opportunity, even though you don't even need an opportunity. That's not something we needed to do. But we quite literally said, hey, this weekend, if you want to take plants, sure. Mm-hmm. Well, we told 2 people that, and then they put it on Facebook. But my point is, if you're you clearly know all the neighbors talk.
You know the lore.
They all know what's going on. And now they've sent someone new because they couldn't get them from us, the others that had asked. So anyway, can't believe I had another neighbor update. She didn't even live. She was like, I live down the street and over here and blah, blah, blah. And I knew Jerry. Fake name for privacy. And he just went on and on about the landscaping. And I'm like, anyway, I asked him, did you tell her that we're redoing the yard? And I think he did say, he's like, yeah, I mentioned it. He's like, but also, who cares?
Yeah.
It's none of their, and I'm like, I know. He was like, let them all think that it looks bad or whatever. Let them think
let them cook.
What are they doing? Please let them cook. Let us cook, matter of fact. Just you wait on it.
Yeah.
And wait until the yard looks beautiful and gorgeous and there's all new plants and trees and things in the yard, and you understand why we also don't want that type of yard or those plants. It was completely non-functional with kids or a dog. There was rocks everywhere. It was not a yard that is inviting and warm and our kids could play in or our dog could go pee in.
It's not a national park.
No, it's I don't understand why they're not getting that. We didn't want that vibe.
Yeah. Just tell them to let you cook.
Let me cook. Keaton has joined us for the last little tiny part of our podcast.
Emphasizing to him, like, you have
about
minutes.
2 minutes. Sorry. Do you want me to move over?
No, you're good.
We wanted to hear a little. We got Abby's perspective from her podcast. We just gave Chelsey mostly gave her perspective of the proposal.
Okay.
We want to know if you were nervous to ask Abby to marry you.
At which point? I mean,
Closer to the mic.
Sorry, first time doing this.
Puts it in my purse.
Cool. Puts on the bandana. He's like
on my straw.
Had to take out my gum. Honestly, I don't think I was like super nervous while we were trying to pick out the spot and all that. Just because I don't know how like in detail you got, but like
we got
in detail.
Oh, okay. So the whole like trying to find a spot that was well lit and all that. I was just in like work mode because I do that for work. So yeah, I feel like I was just like focused on finding a spot. And once we got the spot and I set my camera up and I was like calling for you guys, that's when I like set in and I was like getting nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, like, wait, this is actually about to happen.
I was saying, right after you pushed like record,
Yeah.
it was like a shift.
Really?
You
she
just
said,
like
she said the
serious.
opposite though. She said you did not seem nervous. Once you pushed record,
Once you
it
pushed
was
record,
like
you didn't seem nervous. You seemed like locked in and you seemed good. But maybe,
Yeah.
but I was saying right before you pushed record and when we were making sure the spot was good, I felt you were frazzled and like.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you pushed record, it was like time to go.
Yeah.
I felt like you were cool as a cucumber.
I was very nervous about missing the shot.
Yeah.
Because there was this perfect window of, I don't know if I explained that to you guys. There was just this perfect, like just well lit field. And there was just this light coming down on this nice little area that was like,
no grass or
no
anything.
grass. Yes.
Yeah.
It was just perfect. And the light was just going to perfectly expose Abby and I. And so I just knew that was going to be gone any second. So I was nervous we were going to lose the lighting. But I really don't think I was super nervous to propose. Like I was just very like.
Just like about the act of it, maybe. More nervous,
Yeah.
but not like the meaning of it.
And you probably also wanted it to just be like perfect
Yes.
for her sake
Yeah.
too. Like for you guys to be able to look back on this beautiful video and everything. It's like the one moment.
I didn't hear you guys, but it even seemed like you didn't, like you had been practicing. Did you practice those lines? Because it seemed like you didn't mumble, you didn't stumble over your
Really?
words. It was like,
I had like
So
points
smooth.
that I wanted to get across. I knew if I made a script, I would mess it up.
Yeah.
So I had some points that I wanted to get across, which who knows how much of the video that we'll end up sharing. But
yeah.
So yeah, I just kept those points in my mind and just knew like I'll just let myself speak from the heart somewhat.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can mess that up
Yeah.
because it's really how I feel. So
It was
Yeah.
so good. Like being the only person there to witness it,
Yeah.
I could feel like that's why I instantly started crying as soon as you got down on your knee and then you started talking. It was like so calm, so peaceful. So the energy was great. That's why I was like, he doesn't even seem like he's like stumbling over his words. He doesn't seem nervous. It was just like heartfelt, sharing your thoughts and feelings.
it really was. They
How-
were my true feelings.
How long did you, like how much did you say, do you think? How
I
long
think it
were you
was like
talking?
a minute.
Okay.
Minute and a half, maybe. I tried not to say too much. I didn't want this huge speech and make it all awkward up there, but
Make it all awkward. You're
I
literally
knew-
Beyonce.
I didn't want to look at her too long. Yeah. I was telling them how we didn't have to like act together at any point, but the first time we did, when I think I asked you, like, what are you going to wear, Keaton? It was like
Oh,
our
yeah.
first time actually interacting and having to lie and like act.
we looked at each other.
And you almost literally started laughing, and I was
Yeah.
like, we got to stick.
Yeah.
We're so close. We
I
gotta
put
stick to
on the
script.
fuggliest outfit I could find
Yeah.
to like try and make it as easy as possible
Oh,
for Chelsey
okay.
to
That's
roast
good.
me.
That's
Yeah.
actually good to
I
know.
literally had green pants and an orange shirt on. So
Please.
I said you're not wearing that. That's for sure.
to be fair, I do dress pretty horrendously. So I feel like it was like very
Yeah.
easy. I wanted to make it easy for you to step in and say,
You should
"What are
wear
you
that.
wearing?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. I was like, Abby looks so cute. Why are you wearing that?
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know that you were purposely dressing like that.
She's like, I was scared you were colorblind. After that
Funny,
outfit.
that's not what you were actually wearing. Also, I was saying before, right before you proposed, when we were trying to find the spot, like during that time, I felt like, well, we had spoken before about, okay, when it comes time, we know the end result, but if we both need to improv, like if we go off script a little bit, just know that we're trying to get back. We're trying not to make it suspicious. Remember we were talking about that? Like if I'm like improving a little bit, just know I know the plan. And we'll get back there but we'll have to like make it not suspicious. So manipulative. So whatever.
We kind of just started roasting each other.
I know, that's what I said. We had to turn against each other, but I actually think it made it more believable.
It did.
Because it was like, okay, I'm being so bossy. Why is she being bossy? Let's get this done. And then there was no suspicion on, you know, the event. But from my perspective, I have to tell you, the only reason I actually was being like, I felt like I was trying to reassure you. I wasn't trying to like be like, you should do it here. But I just wanted to, I really just wanted you to have like reassurance. Yeah. Like I'm looking at it and I think it's pretty. I was telling her, I'm like, I am someone who likes to have, you know, if I was doing that, I would want someone else to be like, no, I think it's cute and I think it's good. And I'd be like, okay, because I'm not thinking about that. Yeah. So I wanted you to know I wasn't actually trying to like boss around. I just didn't want to like, I wanted to reassure you.
Yeah. No, that's good. I appreciate it.
Like it looks good.
Yeah. I also needed that because it's like the sun would have gone down.
Yeah.
Like we would have been in actually dark shadows and it would have been bad. And then what do we do? Show up and they have this engagement party for an unengaged couple.
Oh, please. That would have been, well, I guess Chelsey could have said X-nay, don't do the confetti. Yeah. But that would have been horrible if you'd missed your chance.
That is what I was scared of. I was like, I don't want you to be like, keep looking because that's your job. And my job is like looking at the sun and being like, we literally have moments before.
Did you guys just leave too late to go to the actual mountain?
No, we left at a good time. We could have gone honestly 20 minutes earlier and we would have nailed the shot. It's just I didn't take into account the fact that it was like in a valley. So like I was going off of pictures on like a hiking app that I use that it looked like a pretty open field. It was like maybe a 1 acre field in a valley. So like next to the field was a hill with trees that were blocking the sun. The sun set there probably an hour and a half before it sets like down in Big Bear,
yeah.
We even like kind of passed it because we saw it and then we were looking around other places like grasping at straws, like where's a good view? Like let's look for anything else. Even if we would have gone to that spot right when we got there, but we spent like 30 minutes probably like hiking around literally.
And even then the trajectory of the sun when we first pulled up, it was like kind of already in the shadow. So we came back and then all of a sudden there was a spot lit up and the sun just happened to be poking through some trees. So like we'd get to a spot, it might be in the shade, then we'd get to a different spot and like the view wouldn't be there, but it'd be in the sun. It was like
that's so stressful, especially to try to be like hush hush about what you're even doing. You're just like, the lighting. But at least you had the excuse of like it had to look good for the video, for your brand or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was very believable.
For sure. I'm happy that you ended up surprising her.
Yeah. Succeeded.
I had said I was trying to also, even though I didn't go, I didn't have to lie as much as you guys did. But when you and Abby had come over for dinner kind of before, I purposely like acted kind of like played dumb as if like I didn't remember that you guys were going camping that weekend as to hopefully
play
be like,
down.
oh, there's nothing happening this weekend. Like, why would I know about that? You know, I was like, oh, what are you doing for your birthday, Abby? Even though I fully know.
Yeah, instead of being like, so you guys are going to the cabin?
Yeah. And she was like, oh, we're going camping. We got the cabin. I was like, oh, duh, I forgot. And then, it's just, you know, when someone's proposing, everyone's on edge.
Yeah.
We're all trying to keep
We're all trying to lie the same as everyone else, keep the lies straight.
Yeah.
It's actually very hard.
It was hard.
I don't know how people have like second families and don't get caught for years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad I won't have to keep a big secret like that.
I know, seriously.
Ever, hopefully.
Forever, hopefully. He's like, hopefully I don't cheat and have a new family.
Now I'm thinking of like different surprise parties. It's like, oh, well, I'm probably going to throw a surprise party for her eventually and it'll do it all over again.
But. No, it's very true.
Okay, we'll end with, what do we end with?
What's your one thing that you want for your guys' wedding? What is like your non-negotiable that you want at your wedding? Like, do you want to wear something specific? Are you like a big music dance person? Are you like the food? Like, what do you want?
Yeah, I don't know. I've tried to like not put expectations onto it because I just want it to be like Abby's night. I want her to pick the stuff out.
King energy.
And that's what we wanted to hear.
We're like, that was a test. You passed.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
That's
good.
I
mean, if you don't have
the man was too stunned to speak, and that is good.
Yeah.
I
you really don't have anything?
No, I don't think so. Like I'm not a picky guy when it comes to dressing. Like, she can put me in whatever she wants.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah.
It will be serious.
Chelsey will be there with her notebook.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were saying it could be fun to kind of maybe have like a little sushi bar or something. Like maybe a sushi chef, maybe shucking some oysters there. That could be super fun.
Oh, I would be so down.
I
for
love that.
I'm big on seafood. I kind of just live on seafood and acai bowls. So that
You
could
have
be
both.
a fun way.
Yeah.
For dessert. Your
So-
cake is an acai bowl.
You guys are
idea.
getting married, I feel like, at a good age where, and maybe just like time period. I don't know. It just feels like a good time where I feel like you'll have a lot of, you can just make it what you want. I feel like you guys are going to have the wedding that you want, whether that's like, you know, on the smaller side or like really inviting only the people that I don't know. I just feel like,
You know what you want.
yeah, you're at an age where it's, you know what you want.
Well, not
guys
you,
have-
but Abby.
yeah. Again, Abby's the priority, but
Yeah.
no, I think it'll be good. Whatever you guys choose to do,
Yeah.
it'll just be so fun and it'll be on your own terms, which I think will be so nice.
Can me and Jaci give a combined speech where we each say each word, like
Yes.
Congratulations
to
the
happy
couple. Can we do that?
If Abby's okay with it, I'm okay with it. We'll
So
record it
crazy.
and put it up on on the What We Said page.
Did you guys know Keaton edits all of our videos? This is the guy.
Whoa.
The guy behind the camera.
It's true. Secrets out. So don't come after me for the set. Maybe
Yeah, he
Leif and
built
I
it
did
by
build
with
it,
his
but
hands.
we did our best. So
And that is why we're hiring out.
Well, thank you for giving your 2 cents. We're very happy for you. I looked at your hand. I was like, where's your ring? And then I was like, oh, wait, don't have a ring yet. I forget that men don't
Deserve one.
Yeah, don't deserve it until the wedding day.
what are the thoughts on tattooed wedding rings? I mean, I would like an actual ring, but I surf and climb so much.
Yeah.
It would be off for half the day. So
I
I,
think
want
if you're
something
going to
that's
get
on all
a
the time.
matching couples tattoo in general, I think the wedding ring is the only one to do. That's not a curse.
Okay.
Well, I think like not a ring, like just like Abby's
Yeah,
initial on,
like
your,
an A.
on your finger. Like that's the vibe. I feel
Okay.
like an actual ring.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It wouldn't have any design. Like I was thinking just a straight black ring around my finger.
Yeah, that's
No?
not the
It's
worst
vibe?
thing I've heard, but I think it'd be cuter if you got like her initial.
Oh, like a little line, maybe. Like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
single
like a
line. I was
line.
thinking like a
Not a bold one. Either like a super thin
Yeah.
line or like an initial, I think could be the move.
yeah, or a symbol or something. Like your guys' symbol, like a wave or something.
Yeah.
But I think an A would be cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that idea. Well, we're very excited for you guys. We're excited for the wedding. Obviously, you know, it's very hard for us not to make this whole thing about ourselves because at the end of the day, we are the reason that you guys met.
It's true.
But we're so excited that we get to share you as a brother-in-law.
I know.
That's
Isn't
fun.
that crazy? Like we're
Yeah.
going to share a sister. We're going to share a brother.
It is crazy.
So
I'm
weird.
very grateful to you guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
For-
You will be in debt to us for the rest of your life.
Thank you. And thank you to the Valley Girls for supporting Abby and I. She's our queen, and I will treat her as such.
That's
You
what
better.
we love to hear.
They'll
and
get
he
their
does.
pitchforks. Yeah, you do.
You do. And that's what we love. We have such good, even though, you know, for a podcast that talks about how much we hate men, we have the best men in our life. We really do.
Truly.
So that's the dichotomy of our, you know, that's the irony of our podcast.
And that's how you know, because they allow us to talk about that, and they know it's not about them. They know it's not personal.
Exactly.
If we had controlling men in our life, we would be talking about they are so great.
We love them.
Men,
we succumb to their
all men are good.
every move.
Women suck.
Exactly.
That's how you would know.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening to our podcast. If you guys want to watch on YouTube, you can always watch. Just type in What We Said Podcast. If you want to give us a rating and review on the Apple Podcast app or Spotify app, we'd really appreciate it. We love you guys so much. And
That's what we
said. Bye.